Tonight, breaking news, the Manhattan murderess confesses to her heinous crimes. Stay tuned for updates at 10.
You'd think that this be sufficient enough evidence to put Jack the Ripper away. Why do we need a confession from her, too?
Because, Alethea, there are still some holes, and we don't want to give the defense any wiggle room. Those bastards will say anything to save her ass. Huh. It's a shame, isn't it? Pretty face like her shouldn't be framed in bars.
Something like that, I suppose, but a pretty face means nothing to the families of her victims. Manhattan murderess? What dopey schmuck came up with that?
Some guy trying to make a good headline. You know, not much happens here. Forensics shows that her fingerprints are a match found in her final victim's house. After further analysis, the pattern on each victim's neck is consistent with her hand size and shape.
She used her own hands?
That's what threw us off her. We were all looking for a man.
This should be enough.
Everything is all set for you when you get back to the office. And I know you can handle yourself, Alethea, but please be careful. She has a way of getting into people's heads.
Good thing I'm not a person. So I think you're pretty proud of her work, aren't you?
More than proud. You don't know what I feel seeing these things.
Well, Evie, right? I don't understand. That's why we're here, see?
Yeah. What makes me tick? Well, you're wasting your time.
I'm wasting my time. Why?
Because you're searching for an answer that does not exist.
I don't understand.
I think you know what I mean. You look like a smart girl, young, beautiful. They sent you here to do their dirty work. Do they use you often?
All the time, but we're not talking about me. Let's talk about you.
Well, are we on our first date here?
Something like that. Let's get started. Let's talk about Sabrina first. I think you might remember her.
Yeah, I remember her. Cute one, you know, the kind, too sweet, too pretty. She had this lipstick on. What was it? Like a bubblegum pink. She was handing out these flyers for something. I don't know, I barely looked at it. I tried to walk by her, but I couldn't get past her because she cut me off. Divine intervention, I felt like. She would not let me leave without that flyer. Funny how a piece of paper can decide your fate.
We're still talking about your premeditation here?
Ooh, you're a clever one. But yes, we are.
Sounds like an unlucky girl to me.
I guess you can say that.
I'm sorry, am I boring you?
Not at all, miss. You want to hear about the next one?
Hey, do you got a light?
Yeah, sure. Here you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. What's your name?
Peyton. What's your name?
Evie.
Nice.
Hey, do you want to come home with me? I really do have exquisite taste in men. Next.
Tell me about Riley.
Ah yes, the pretty boy. He was so delight, the sensitive type, you know? He was my favorite. So full of words, but never had anything to say. He loved the library. I don't like to be corrected, especially by those who have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah, couldn't have that, could ya?
No, we couldn't.
They have nothing in common, so what made you choose them?
Lucky ones, as you put.
Do you really expect me to believe that? You spent time planning out how they'd die. There must be some method of choosing your victims.
I'll tell you if you beg.